It is not your fault. It's back with part two, talking about everyday life issues. You are not alone, and we can get through this together. We can help one another, encourage one another, uplift one another. We're going to be talking about Bible basics. We're going to talk about sports updates. We're going to have laughter, and we're going to have fun. I want you to know that everybody is welcome. Be heard. Invite a friend. Invite your family. Come on.
All right, all right, all right.
Trivia's Inspirational Radio would like to inform you that the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in the following show are solely the sentiments of the participants of the show. Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network is not responsible for content. As always, thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Happy All right. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. It's your girl, Chanelle Coleman-Wesley, and I am the Empower Her Strategist. And today you are joining me on She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically, the show. I hope everyone had an amazing week so far. I know I have. I've been enjoying so many amazing things that are happening, and we're here to talk about tonight. You guessed it. She said yes to herself unapologetically. So we're gonna take a year in review. A year in review. We're gonna start from last year, everything that's happened and transpired and gotten us up to this moment right here as we're getting ready to prepare for launch. So good news, good news, good news. So let's kind of just jump right on into it. Today, I'm going to be your girl, right? The one and only. You guys need to make sure that you guys hang with me on tonight. Make sure if you have any comments, questions, that you make sure that you go ahead and throw them in so that we can go ahead and have an amazing conversation on everything that is She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically. And so when I say that, talking about this amazing book right here by yours truly, entitled She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically, the Empowerment Guide for Women. That's right. So it was the idea for this book right here that started the spark for everything else that became She Said Yes to Herself. And what this book provides is 21 actionable steps that will take women from waiting on it to walking in it. And you may be saying, well, walking in what, sis? Baby, walking in your divinely designed purpose, overcoming limiting mindsets, exercising faith over fear, breaking generational curses. You guessed it, you named it. This book is talking about it, right? And it provides some actionable steps that will take you from a transition point in your journey. So I'm excited about it. When I was thinking about this brainchild, this beauty right here, She Said Yes. Um, I really wanted to be able to connect with readers, and I really wanted to show them a little bit of my world. So each of the chapters starts off with "Hello, Gorgeous," and the reason why I started off each chapter with "Hello, Gorgeous" was because I think it's important just to be able to tell women how beautiful they are. I think it's, because we as women sometimes we're down on ourselves. Sometimes we're our harshest critics, right? If somebody can make complimenting us about one thing, but we're talking about this thing isn't right, and I don't like this thing about this, and I don't like that about that. And so I kind of start the conversation with telling her, "Hello, gorgeous," something complimentary. Also, because I think as women, most times in whatever situation, whether it's education, whether it's something with our far as our status, or maybe if even if it's something in how we just deal in relationships, we feel kind of pitted against each other. And so I really kind of wanted us to know that, hey, sis, we are on equal playing ground. I see you not as a competitor, but I see you as my sister. I see you as someone who I am wanting to affirm, someone who I'm wanting to speak well over, someone who I'm wanting to encourage, to inspire, to empower. And so we start each chapter with the, hello, gorgeous. But before we even get into the chapters, we talk about the breakup, right? And a lot of times when you're thinking about the breakup, you're thinking about, well, breaking up with a relationship with someone who maybe we might think was toxic, or maybe somebody who might have felt like, hey, I've outgrown this person or this space that I was in. But it's really not about breaking up with other people. It's more on breaking up with yourself in any limited version of yourself, anything that really kind of reduced you or made you really have to shrink yourself to fit in spaces and places that really couldn't contain you. And so it was really something that really kind of spoke to me, because I had to recognize that sometimes, guess what? This woman right here, I've been a problem. That's right. and, and I had to recognize that there were versions of me that no longer served me, ideas, thought patterns, relationships as well, things that I really had to disconnect with. And a lot of that stuff started with me. Sometimes we think about what the other person is doing, but we have to really take some accountability and think about, hey, what am I bringing to the situation? What are some things that I can improve on? So we start with the breakup. And then we go right into a pledge, just kind of talking about all the things that we are affirming, the things that we are being intentional about creating, and also about bringing into our space before we even dive into the chapters. And this book really talks about everything from the B word. That's right, I said it, the B word, boundaries, the things that we don't like to talk about, the fact that no is an empowerment word, and it's a complete sentence. It doesn't need a qualification, an explanation. It doesn't need, a definition as to why we're getting ready to do this. It can definitely stand alone. However, if I choose, then I could definitely go ahead and provide that additional information. We talk about the power of perception, because so many times, whether we're seeing the cup as half full or half empty, it's really the choice is ours at the end of the day. We choose how we're going to see things. And to me, I thought that was just a really powerful perspective. It really taught me a lot about myself. I was able to utilize some instances in my own life where I had to really look and grow and be willing to be stretched just to really develop different types of perception. And sometimes when you're in a situation, you're going through your situation or your circumstance, so it may be very difficult to see things from a different perspective, because you're like, I'm in this, and it's tough and it's hard, and why am I here, and all of these things. But sometimes when you allow yourself, not just to be, you know, in your story, but on top of your story, and kind of look down, into your story, you can see things from a different vantage point. All types of aha moments and more clarity just really kind of comes to you. And so that was some of the insights that I got. And also that I wanted to be intentional about creating for the reader as well. We talked about transition never happens in a comfortable place. Most times we think, oh, I want to be comfortable. But God really utilizes uncomfortable situations to help to inspire us to grow. Not because God desires us to have pain or to be in a situation where we're feeling some pricks and, retuning and pruning and refining, but because if we're not uncomfortable, we just won't move into those spaces and places. Sometimes we just have to be in a position where the rubber is kind of meeting the road, and we're forced to kind of step outside of our comfort zone, because it's hard to leave a comfort zone. Because why? Because it's comfortable. Right. And so it was definitely an opportunity to really connect my own story and providing some insights and things that I developed throughout my transition, just in life, from various viewpoints that I held, relationships that I had to determine to be able to step outside of and to leave. Also mindsets, things that I was carrying, baggage, all of those things. And so it was really an important chapter for me, and it's something that really allowed me to have so many great epiphanies and aha moments, things that I'm definitely taking with me in my journey. Just really being able to accept, the part that's for me, that's supposed to be, continuing with me as I continue on, and then the part that I'm supposed to leave and discard and say, well, that was great for a time, but guess what? It no longer serves me, so I'm going to let go of that. And so she said yes to herself unapologetically book. The whole premise for it was really comprised last year in 2022. I had so many ideas and things, and I had planned on the book actually coming out in 2022. But actually, I was on the opportunity to have with the speaking events, and during the course of that opportunity, I had the idea of, okay, you know what? Guess what? I would love to do a summit, and that idea. After I kind of came back to talk with my friend Laquita, who's the publisher on this book, and again, Laquita is amazing. She is the publisher of P.R.I.V.A. Publishing. P.R.I.V.A stands for Pain, Progress, Victory. Laquita believes that 100% of everyone, both living and dead, has a story, and her sentiments are, like, well, what's your story? Everything is about the story for her. And so as I'm talking to her, I'm telling her my idea, like, you know what, I really kind of want to do a summit and all these things, and I'm telling, kind of letting her know what my feelings are, and I'm kind of, you know uh, in my moment where I'm having to make an lemonade stand. And what I call lemonade stand for me is when I have a moment that I'm not really liking what's going on. And instead of me taking the lemons and just kind of crying about the lemons and saying, woe is me, it's more about me um, grabbing some sugar. Because if you know me, I love sugar. Sis gonna always keep some sugar on deck. If I don't have anything else, I'm gonna have some sugar. And so just adding sugar to my experience with my lemons and then making some fresh lemonade. What's better than some good lemonade, right? And so as I'm talking to her about my ideas, Laquita is either, brilliant or insane to be able to say, like, yes, let's do it. Like, do it, and I'm gonna support you. And it's like great. And so things just kind of take off from there. And we actually did the summit last year in November 2022. We had over 30 some odd speakers on a virtual summit come through first summit. I mean, it was amazing. People from all across the globe. It was just really impactful. I gained so many insights. I built so many relationships. It was really just a wonderful event, and it really kind of energized the whole idea behind. She said yes to herself unapologetically, and then we went from Summit 1 to say, okay, well, let's do Summit 2. And we had Summit 2 of the year. One thing I do want to really thank Laquita for, she brought two dynamic players into the She Said Yes realm, and that was the phenomenal Dr. Velma Bagby and, of course, Dr. Kevin Vaughn, the incomparable Dr. Kevin Vaughn. I love these people. I'm just going to say that. And we became the fearsome foursome, right? We were together on this whole journey on really connecting with individuals, businesses, and brands that were passionate about pouring powerfully and passionately into women, and which was really phenomenal. It was an opportunity just to really kind of network and collaborate. And our second summit was a huge success. And after the second summit, of course, I'm thinking of I want to do more summits, and of course, we're going to get back to doing summits. But in the midst of all of this, summit energy, and I finally went on ahead and released this brainchild right here. She said yes to herself unapologetically. I went on ahead and we said, okay, you know what? Well, what about an anthology? She said yes to herself unapologetically. And that idea just kind of morphed, and it's taken storm. I'm so excited, and I'm humbled, and I'm honored to be part of a collaboration that's really galvanizing and bringing women together from across the globe who are really intentional about helping women to walk boldly in their divinely designed purpose. And it's been such an amazing ride from last year in November to where we are right now, right here in September. And so it's been phenomenal. Um, so let me kind of try to catch you guys up onto everything that's going on with this anthology. I'm excited, and you could say that I'm biased, but I call it the anthology of the century. I'm telling you, we have so many phenomenal, powerful women of God who are connected with this platform and who are pouring into this project. It's truly, truly, truly been. You can just tell that God is definitely had his hand in it. Of course, we have Laquita Parks, who is our publisher. And again, we have the phenomenal Dr. Velma Bagby, who is a certified uh, Christian dating and relationship coach. But we have also Dr. Trivia Payne from Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network. Her leading her voice to this has just been so impactful. We have Carolyn Coleman. I mean, she is a seasoned professional author, nurse, professional, just, instructor. What else can I say about Carolyn? Angela wife, she is amazing. She is actually from London, and she's a constant serial um, entrepreneur, an avid, a multi award winning, best-selling author, woman of God, beauty consultant. So many different hats that she's wearing. It also helped to produce our partnership with Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network, and we branched and found a new partner, which is I Am Magazine with Yadira Gonzalez Muniz. And if you don't know Yadira, you definitely need to know her. In addition to her sister Jennifer Thompson, two phenomenal women, just courageous. They are so. So when I say there are some bad women, just having the ability to kind of come up with their own idea of being able to create a digital magazine that's going to provide inspiration and share people's mission, vision, and message with the world. They have an international platform, and the stories of inspiration, hope, and empowerment that they share, the brand awareness that they create is just like none other. I am so truly humbled and excited for our ability to be able to collaborate and partner with this project. Just phenomenal. Again, I Am Magazine. And so these two wonderful women joined the anthology, and they too are contributing authors. And so, again, it's just been something that's just been really, really amazing. In addition to us, it's so many people. I just have to make sure I say everybody. So we have Renee Jones Hudson, who is an empowered life and wellness coach. Phenomenal. She's a veteran of our military, and she serves women who have served in the military, helping them make that transition from military to civilian life. And she provides them with powerful insights. In addition to that, we also have the sensational Michelle Gillespie. We have Tracy Youngston. We have Ocean Kent, Sharice King, Sharice Hackney. Oh man, we have so many people. We also have the amazing um, Ivy Caldwell, who is a new you empowerment coach. Ivy really helps women who are dealing with their past traumas, things like, the things we don't like to talk about, like abuse. Ivy has a brand and a business entitled Expose It. So she really helps women to be able to navigate through those things of the past, things that we don't want to deal with. And most times in life, in order to get to that new phase that we're getting to, or that we want to get to, we have to deal with the baggage from the past. And so Ivy is just sensational with that. In addition to that, there's Kimberly Lacknick. She is the igniter. When I say Kimberly is such a firecracker. She really is the igniter. She was on our first summit. And I don't know if you had an opportunity to catch our first summit, but she's just so inspirational. As she was talking, everybody was just so energized and pumped by her, just her charisma, her passion, everything, her eloquence. Everybody just got almost fired up and just like ready to do some serious thoughts of revolution. I mean, she's just powerful, powerful. And so we're ecstatic to have Kimberly Lechnick as a contributing author. We also have uh, my coach, my coach, Lachelle Atkins. Now, if you don't know who America's Supermom is, then you definitely need to connect with her. Lachelle is phenomenal. She is the mother, and she's also a wife, and she has 15 children. 15. Sometimes I think I can pull out my hair and my eyebrows and everything over 6 kids, but she is masterfully handling 15 children who she calls her coworkers, and she's all about crushing chaos. She is a vitality coach, and she provides so many insights. And it takes a lot to coach the coaches. And in this anthology, she's provided so many insights, coaching opportunities with the women. It's just been phenomenal, phenomenal. We've gained so much information. It's really deepened our ability to be able to connect and collaborate. It's just truly been a blessing. So she's just been a wonderful addition to this anthology. We also have the phenomenal Tracy Hester Glass. She really helps people to get unstuck. She is also a Christian life coach. And then we have the phenomenal Dr. Audrey Ann Moses. And she too is a Christian life coach, and she helps um, women transition from their later on in life. Sometimes when you feel like, okay, I've retired, or I've done this thing, or I've done that thing, and so what's next? Sometimes you're at a point where you're hitting coming to a crossroad, or you're hitting a mental block or a wall, and you're trying to figure out what's on the other side. Uh, Dr. Audrey Ann Moses really helps individuals be able to figure out what those next steps look like. And the fact that she adds a Christian perspective to it is just truly, truly phenomenal, truly phenomenal. In addition to that, I know you guys are thinking like, and there's more. Yes, there is more. There is more. We have Chanelle Scott, who is an amazing visionary. She's doing so many prolific things. She's actually in the process of also releasing a solo project that I'm very excited about. We also have the multi-talented Ronnie Cyrus Jackson, and she just released her new book entitled Unmasking the Hurt. It is powerful, powerful, powerful. It is available on Amazon, so please stop what you're doing. Make sure that you go over and head on to Amazon and pick up her book. She is ranked on Amazon. She's doing very well over there, and we're excited for all of her success. So please, please do yourself a huge favor and pick up that amazing book entitled Unmasking the Hurt by Ronnie Cyrus Jackson. We also have the phenomenal Anita Newsom. Now, Anita Newsom is the biz coach. If you're wondering like how you're going to take your business to the next leg, or you're thinking about, okay, financially, what are we sound? Are we able to apply for grants? Do we need some help with our business structure? Then Anita is the person that you want to talk to. Anita is the biz coach, and she provides so many powerful insights for businesses and for leaders who are really trying to make some serious momentum with their business. And so you definitely want to connect with Anita. In addition to that, we have Kate Thurman. Kate Thurman, she is a phenomenal author. Her story is so powerful. I can't wait for you guys to read this book. When I tell you this book is full of tips, tricks, strategies, things that are going to help you to be able to be empowered, things that are going to really be able to help you walk boldly in your yes. Um, you've got to pick up this book. So many heavy hitters that we have connected to this anthology. I'm just truly, truly, truly excited about everything. And let's see, yes, there's still more. And so we have the sensational, I said Michelle Gillespie. We also have Jacqueline Cox. She is the author that's going to be featured in the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically anthology as well. In addition to, I'm just kind of going over my mind's eye, making sure I got everybody. Because when you call names, you got to make sure that you say everybody's name. And I'm just kind of running down my mental list. We have a new author who joined us on today. Her name is Chi Chi. I'm hoping I'm going to pronounce this right. Nwako. She is an amazing health coach. She is a licensed physician, but she's transitioning to just doing coaching for health. So many times when you are being a caregiver to other people, we have times when we're just putting our own selves on the back burner, right? And sometimes you need someone to tell you that you have the permission to take yourself off of the back burner and to put yourself in the driving seat and to really to be able to show up and to show out for yourself and to be able to advocate for yourself. So again, we are truly ecstatic to have Chi Chi join us in this collaboration. Just so many, many thoughts. While I'm thinking on that, we're just going to take a moment and I'm going to read an excerpt from the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically um, book. This is book one. I don't know if you see that. That's right. We have She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically, the anthology, the Empower Her Guide. That's coming out October 12th, 2023 on Amazon. You guys don't want to miss it. This book is going to be a game changer. It's the tool that every woman needs in her toolbox. Absolutely. Something that you don't want to miss. I'm going to read just a quick excerpt from the book that really provided the catalyst for everything else. And I just want to provide something, a little short reading while we get back to talking about our authors and this amazing anthology that's going to be hitting the shelves on Amazon on October 12th. And we'll be launching the ebook first, and then the paperback will follow. And so I have to confess, my two favorite chapters are The Power of Perception and Transition Never Happens in a Comfortable Place. So I'm trying to find my spots and hold the phone. And the phone at the same time. So 1 second. Just give me 1 second, 1 second. Okay. So I'm going to read from Power of Perception. First, I was going to do transition, but I changed my mind. Okay. And so this part, um, let's see. Sorry. You know how you think you want this part, and you're like, no, I want to read this part. Okay. All right, ladies and gents. So we're going to take it from this part in the book right now. And it says, and it would help if I would be on the right page, right? Okay. We may say yes to others, but there is someone who has been denied the benefits of our yes for far too long, and that person is you. When you think of living your life boldly and fearlessly, do you give yourself permission to pursue your wildest dreams? If we're honest, we tell ourselves no, it's not the right time, we need to wait, What if we fail? Or what if we succeed? Sometimes we're frightened by the idea of our own success. We rationalize our way out of something that's designed specifically for us because we quote unquote don't see it. By the time we're finished evaluating, we've decided not to do the thing that had our pulse racing and heart beating so wildly a few short minutes before. Why? Why are we so content with no? Why are we comfortable with settling with limited or skewed perceptions that prevent us from making our dreams a reality? Why do we refuse to challenge these narratives? Many times, it's the fear of the unknown. Hold on, I'm sorry. This piece of hair is bothering me. Sorry, y'all. Or our flawed viewpoints that prevent us from accomplishing our goals. Our prejudice, our prejudices, our past experiences, mistakes, fears, and negative mindsets directly impact what we quote unquote see. Most of the time, these misguided views are cleverly packaged or disguised so they don't appear to be restrictive as they are. Oh, sure, we use words like logical or practical to make checking out on our aspirations sound like it's the right thing to do. Usually, in our mind's eye, we can see so many versions of failure that in an attempt of self preservation, we are talked out of doing something we were meant to do for the sake of alleviating all risk. But this decision simultaneously allows us to retain our own self doubt and faulty perceptions. Now, I must admit, I'm a fan of DC Marvel characters and movies. In the Avengers Infinity War, the heroes were met with a crisis fighting their nemesis, the all powerful Thanos. Doctor Strange, a sorcerer, uses the Time Stone, which allows him to see the future. With the stone, he can see the expected outcomes in battles fought between the Avengers and Thanos. He looked into the future a total of 14,605 times. From this vast number of possible outcomes, victory for the Avengers appeared to be an impossibility. Doctor Strange was shown only one outcome that would lead to the Avengers defeating Thanos. Despite the insurmountable odds, the heroes decided to fight their enemy knowing they could be fighting a seemingly winless battle. They fought valiantly. One second. And courageously against this all powerful being. And despite the odds, the heroes won the war. Yet the victory came at a great price. There were numerous casualties: Black Panther, Loki, Gamora, Vision, Spider Man, and Doctor Strange, among others. But why did the Avengers choose to fight a presumably winless battle? I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my book. Because they chose to see victory. They made the conscious decision to rule out the 14,604 narratives that said they would fail and instead decided to see themselves emerging victoriously. And as a result of what they were willing to see, they were victorious. But what would have happened if they would have refused to fight? More than that, why did Doctor Strange continuously look into the future after he was shown nothing but defeat? Despite what he saw, he was determined to keep looking until he saw the outcome he wanted. Without his perseverance to keep looking for what he desired to see, this battle may have never been fought. To me, I just feel like that's just so powerful because when you think about it, so many times, if we're shown defeat once, twice, 5, 10 times, we're not going to keep looking 11, 20, 100, 500, 1,000, 10,000, we're going to stop. We're just like, you know what? It's impossible. I'm not going to keep looking. I give up. I can't win. It was his intentionality to keep looking until he saw the outcome that he wanted. And I think in life, so many times we cheat ourselves out of so many amazing experiences because we're put off by a few no's. And those no's hold us hostage, and we feel like we can't continue running. And we take it as if, you know what, well, we're just not meant to do it. Yes, you are meant to do it. You're meant to persevere. You're meant to keep pushing. You're meant to keep going. You're meant to keep striving, and that story, although it's fictional, has so many powerful insights. So I got so many things from that I just really was, passionate about talking about in the book. So again, that was a snippet from She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically, the Empower Her Guide. Hey, Jackie. And Jackie's comments is, that's so amazing. Glad to be a part of it. And yes, I am an author of a book called Herself Unapologetically Show. all of the um all of the readers who are reading it. There we go. So Quita has a very powerful story, as she is talking about. Well, I don't want to ruin what she's talking. I was about to go into it. Let me stop, because sometimes you get so excited about something and you feel like you want to share some stuff. So I don't want to tell too much. So let me not go into Laquita's. But we also have Dr. Velma Bagby, who's contributing. We have, I'm trying to make sure I said everybody's name. That's the thing when you're saying something, you're trying to make sure that you're saying everybody's name. And so I said the Tracys and Michelle and Ivy and Chanelle Scott and Dr. Trivia Payne, and trying to make sure I got everybody. I said Michelle Gillespie. I said Tracy Youngston. I said Tracy Esther Glass. I said Dr. Audrey Ann Moses. I said Anita Newsom, Kate Thurman, Leanna Gower. She is the self-confidence coach. Ladies, I can't wait for you to read her submission. Let me just say that. If you feeling like, I don't know, sis, I don't know if I can do this, or I don't know, then baby, you got to read this submission. This submission gonna take you by the hand and say, come along this way, sis, and I'm gonna help you with this and this and that. Renee Jones Hudson. We talked about Dr. Chi Nwako. I hope I'm saying that right. We also have Michelle Atkins, who is my coach. We have the sensational. Trying to go through all my mental pictures of everybody. I said Yadira Gonzalez Munez. I said Jennifer Thompson. I should have been counting everybody. And I said Ivy Caldwell and Carolyn Coleman. And I said, I'm trying to make sure everybody else. Because I don't know about you, but it's always something when you're talking and you're saying people's names. That's the part where it gets shaky. Pastor Angela Walker. I said Angela Waif, but Angela Walker. When I tell y'all this, and I know I'm saying this a lot, but I have to say it because it's true. But these submissions are so powerful that it's just gripping. Her story is just so powerful. Melanie Johnson, another heavy. I mean, y'all gonna be feeling this deep in y'all soul. It's gonna resonate so deep. I mean, when I tell you, uh, uh, it's a lot. I can't even say it. Talking about getting ready to really break up the ground. They used to have this song with the Clark sisters, and they would talk about breaking up the hollow ground. Y'all ain't ready, because when I tell you this book is getting ready to lay down some serious mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, relational healing. It's gonna be all that and then some. We talked about the sensational Ronnie Cyrus Jackson. Make sure I said her name. And make sure you check out her new book, Unmasking the Hurt. Trying to make sure I got everybody. Trying to make sure. And I feel like I got everybody. I'm just trying to think. Said Michelle Gillespie. I said Tracy Youngson. I said Tracy Esther Glass. And I feel like I said Ocean Kent. I said Sharice Hackney. I said Sharice King. Um, Trying to make sure I got everybody. I said Anita. I said Kate. I said Ivy. I think that's everybody. Yep. I said everybody. I believe I said everybody. Okay. That's the thing. Because you can't take it back. When you're on the thing and you're talking and you're saying people's names and then you don't mention someone and you don't say their name, you can't take it back. So I wanted to make sure that I said everyone's name, because everyone is doing such a phenomenal job. When I tell you, um, only Laquita and I and our editor, Kimberly Parks. Let me just talk about her for a second. When I say I love my editor, I love my editor. My editor is Kimberly Parks. This woman is phenomenal, sensational. She has so many insights. She's just so in tune, so professional. She's straight no chaser, and I love her for that. I do. I appreciate the fact that she is so so real. I love it. Straight shooter. Just tell me what's up. Tell me what's going on. Tell me how I fix this. So thank you, Kimberly Parks, for being amazing and for accepting the challenge to be able to work with all of these amazing authors. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But so we thank her for her contributions as well as our editor. But when I tell you this book is getting ready to drop on October 12th, 2023. Ladies, get ready. It is the Empower Her Guide. And when it drops, the ebook is going to be available for 99 cents for a limited time only. So make sure that you pick up this phenomenal book for 99 cents on Amazon on October 12th. Because again, you are going to receive so much inspiration, encouragement, empowerment, tips, tools, tricks, and strategies. It is truly going to be a tool for every and any kind of day that you may be having. Each sister is going to be providing you some little nuggets that you are going to need in your journey that are really going to help you to really be able to experience your yes and to walk boldly in your purpose. And that's what it's all about, impacting others, impacting others. And so, that's how our She Said Yes to Herself has come full circle. We're also excited about some things that we have coming down the pike. Yes. Talk about she said yes coming down the pike. That's right. In November, this show right here is going to turn into a book club. That's right. Y'all heard it here first. It's going to turn into a book club where we're going to sit down and we're going to break down the chapters and have one-on-ones with these phenomenal women. You're going to be able to be introduced to each of their stories, to read along, to get actually come on the show, ask some of the authors questions, provide insights from the audience, whatever meets your query. You'll be able to kind of participate as time goes along, and you'll be able to kind of win some special swag and some merchandise, and just experience the power of collaboration. When I tell you, working with these women has added to me tremendously. I've really grown in just in leaps and bounds in my business and in my personal life. It's been truly some powerful connections I've gained, so many valuable connections, friendships, all of these things. Also, people who I'm partnering with as far as business goes, just a all around a well-rounded project that provides so much opportunity to impact, to inspire, and it's just been phenomenal. And actually, this is the last couple of days that we're allowing anybody else to join. We're at that point, right, where we got to cut off everything and get ready for the launch, because we are about 23 days away from launch. So we are just rolling, full steam ahead. We have so many exciting things coming down the pike with our interview with Cyrus Webb, who is an amazing publicist. He is a journalist. He is an influencer. So many things that he is. He is Dorian Evans. Yep, Jackie. See, thanks. And see, that's Dorian Evans. I did not say Dorian. Dorian, babe, you know how much I feel about you. I absolutely adore you, girl. So, yes, Dorian Evans. That's the thing. When you're trying to make sure you're saying 32 people names, it's kind of hard. Making sure sometimes you think you said this person name and you didn't know if you said that person name, and trying to figure out whose name did I say. And I'm not going off no list, just going off everything in my head. And it's like, okay, whose name did I say? I'm trying to go through everybody's pictures in my mind, like, who name did I not say? Did I say this name or didn't say that name? Yes, Dorian Evans is the personal investment coach, and she really talks. Well, I don't know if I should say what she's talking about, but since she's gonna tell you it's about you, it's time for you to invest in you. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to give her chapter away. I don't want to just dive into what she's talking about, but she lets you know that now is your time. Now is your season to go ahead and put some things into you, and to bet on you, and to show up for the MVP on your team, which is you. If you didn't know that you was your most valuable player, then babe girl, you found out today. You're the most valuable player on your team. So make sure that you show up and you show out for yourself, which is important. So yes, this is our last opportunity to be able to join this sensational collaboration of women. I'm so excited about everything that this opportunity has had to offer. I'm extremely appreciative for connections with all of the ladies. I'm excited about the opportunities to partner with, again, Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network, and all the amazing things that we have coming down the pike with them. I'm also ecstatic about the collaboration with I Am Magazine with Yadira and Jennifer. That has also been amazing. And of course, always, um, my girlfriend, Miss Laquita Parks, and Pay Pro V Publishing. Ladies, gents, if you're looking for a publisher who's going to help you take your book from a thought to a realization, then you definitely want to holler at my girl, because Pay Pro V stands for pain, progress, and victory. Laquita is all about the story, and she's all about helping people and businesses and brands be able to tell a compelling story. Um, Laquita is all about making sure that you that your story is told, and that you're sharing it with the world, and which also kind of relates back to what Trivia does at Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network. Trivia is really passionate about providing a voice to the voiceless, because so many times people feel as if they don't have a voice, or as if their voice doesn't count, or somehow it doesn't matter. And I love the fact that she provides space for people to be able to share their stories with the world, and to be able to make connections and collaborations, and allow them to really have a brand awareness, and to be able also to develop brand alignment. Those things are really important to me as a woman, and as a woman entrepreneur, some things that I just really hold value in. I definitely want to thank you, Jackie, for your insights. And definitely, I'm going to say her name again, Dorian Evans, personal investment coach. Make sure you check my girl out. She is phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. Again, this Thursday has been a week, y'all. And this week been weekend. I don't know about y'all, but this week been weekend. I'm ready to see what next week is gonna hold, because this week been weekend, and we're almost in October. We're almost going towards launch. Again, a few insights that I want to be able to share. Again, is get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, because the Empower Her Guide of the century, I said it, of the century, is getting ready to come out. That's right. She said yes to herself unapologetically. The anthology. It is the Empower Her Guide. This is going to feature over 32 authors who are there to be able to encourage and empower you in your journey. And we must have talked to Miss Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network herself. Hey, Triv.
Hey, girl.
It was a long
Can you hear
show,
me?
but we made it through.
You made it through. I watched. I was like, hey, Jackie, girl. I miss you, girl.
When I tell you, I can't wait till the authors is back on. Well, actually, no, because when I was talking to Quita earlier, me and Quita gonna sit and do an expose behind the scenes of putting together this anthology and what it is. We're gonna give the authors a break, because we've been having them come on here week after week after week. So we're gonna give them a break for next week, unless it's
Okay.
Kate. Because I told Kate that she could. But I really want to have some time to kind of talk with Laquita, for her to give us some insights on what it's been like, helping to pull this thing together. Because working with your girl is a lot. Anybody who's working with me is, baby, they working. You hear me?
Yes, you do.
They working, because I'm a whole lot and then some. You know what I'm saying? It's, girl, it's like, gotta bring your A game. So all I can say is pray for Quita. Y'all pray for her, because that woman is doing a lot. Anytime you working with me, I'm gonna be working your whole nerve, not half of your nerve. I'm gonna work the whole one.
And
And
we just the authors. So
girl,
we
I know,
know.
girl, I'm saying it. And Quita been under fire. Quita been under the fire. So I know she ready for this one to give her to write up to the books, because I be wanting a lot. I be wanting the sun, the moon, the rain, the moon, and the mountains. I be wanting everything. When they ready or not, when they were saying I give you the sun, the moon, I want all of it. I want
I
all of
know that's
it.
what.
Give me everything.
I'm just
So
excited.
I'm excited too. When I tell you how impactful these stories are, every time I read somebody's submission, every time we're talking about their journey, every time we're looking at how this is really going to serve women, I'm really inspired. And I'm also excited about the businesses that are connected to this anthology. Just powerful. I really believe it's going to be a game changer for so many women. It's really going to help to change their mindsets. It's really going to be able to help them to overcome limiting beliefs, to be able to exercise faith over fear, and it's going to help them walk boldly in their yes. And so I'm just ecstatic about this. I can't wait to see it on the shelf. I can't wait to have it in my hand. I can't wait to bring it
Look, I
to the
can't wait till the
live.
movement.
Or just
I can't wait till the movement come to the Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network. because the movement is coming. I'm like, all right, Baltimore, what
Yes.
y'all get ready to do?
Come through. Now see, that was the stuff I was supposed to be talking about. So what's coming up next for She Said Yes? Is there gonna be a She Said Yes book two? Absolutely. Is there gonna be a book tour with the authors? Absolutely. Are there gonna be women empowerment weekends across the states and hopefully across the globe?
Yes.
Absolutely. You know,
Invite me because I'm coming to everybody's state. All of these
girl, I'm
51
going
states.
everywhere. Everybody who's in is definitely it can happen, and so I'm excited about that. I can't wait for us to actually get together in the flesh. You know, it's cool doing this thing, but I can't wait till we share some serious space with each other. Like, okay, sis, this is it. And so I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait for us to be able to share these messages with the world. That's really going to be something that's going to be amazing. The other thing that I do want to invite people to do is to join us on Clubhouse because She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically is on Clubhouse 3 times a week. We're on in the Elephant Strategy Room. She said yes to herself. This week we are talking about the B word. That's right, I said it, boundaries. We're talking about boundaries. And so I'm really excited about that conversation. It has been some really juicy that everybody's been sharing all week. So I'm really, really, really excited.
Wow, I'm going to get myself off of here because I'm interrupting your boundaries. You got 5 minutes before you go to Clubhouse. So
No,
tell
I
them where
don't.
else you can find Clubhouse.
Mm-mm. So they can find Clubhouse on the app. They can go over and download Clubhouse. Make sure you join the Elephant Strategy. She said yes to herself room. It's going to be some amazing topics. The replays in the room are on. Our first week, we talked about overcoming limiting beliefs. Um, and it was a powerful week. I loved it. Our next week, we talked about the power of perception. As you can see, I love that topic. Um, this week, we are talking about the B word, boundaries. And
Yes.
um, next week, we're going to be talking about a powerful topic as well. So you got to tune in to find out what it's about. But you're going to love it. We are on Clubhouse Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and
Thursday,
Thursdays at
7,
7 Eastern,
7
uh,
p.m.
7 p.m. Eastern. On Tuesdays, we are there.
11.
No, 9 on Tuesdays, 9 a.m. Yep, girl, the B word. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard
You
Time.
right. You right.
On Wednesdays, 11.
11. Yep.
11 a.m. Eastern.
Yep.
Girl, it is. It's the B word. Sometimes people don't like to say boundaries. They feel like it's a naughty word. But we're going to talk about that naughty word. Yep. Because it's necessary. It's definitely necessary. Trivia, I want to say thank you to you. Thank you for sharing space when She Said Yes to herself unapologetically. Thank you for moving and believing in this vision and mission and partnering with us. It's definitely been an amazing collaboration. I'm definitely looking forward to all the things that's going to come down the pike for the both of us.
Absolutely. Like I'm on the movement. I'm already thinking Sunday. She said yes. I'm sorry. I'm just she said yes all day long. So I appreciate you. Yes, we thank you, Miss Jackie. We miss
Yes,
you.
yes, yes, yes. We definitely appreciate you. Sure do. Yes, ma'am. Well, it's 5:57. I guess it's time for us to be up out of here. We definitely appreciate Jackie and all the additional insights, and we appreciate the opportunity to again to share space with Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for an amazing space to be able to share space, if you have a mission, vision, or message, if you are looking for someone to be able to help you amplify your voice, then you definitely want to connect with Trivia. Trivia hosts some amazing hosts on this place. You want to be able to have someone who's going to support you, help to be able to amplify your message, then you want to connect with Trivia at www.triviasinspirationalradio.com. That way you guys can join your own Talk to Trivia and get your own show. And they will be tuning in to watch you. Right, Triv?
Absolutely. And
Mm-hmm.
we got a special, but we'll talk about that next week. Follow us right now as we go to Clubhouse because I can't wait to get on that topic about boundaries.
Let's
That
go.
B word.
That's right. See y'all next time.
Love you, Jackie.